think, because you've got such a limited bandwidth there. But we will.
I know, and
You're up and running. That's
I,
fantastic.
I think the first thing we need to do is, if you see me freeze, can you explain about the whole internet thing? Although I've tried to explain today.
Okay, I will definitely do
But yeah,
that.
I am on. I don't have any people watching right now. But I guess 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve, people will be. Streaming stopped because the internet connection is not fast enough to. Would you like to try resuming?
You're actually.
Resume.
I actually see you just fine. Oh, you may not be able to go both. You may not be able to be on Skype and uploading at the same time with your bandwidth. So whatever we need to do, we'll do. And you're right. I think with this being, Christmas Day on your side and Christmas Eve over here still for a little while longer, there may not be a lot of people, and anybody, of course, would be great. But if that happens, I think I uploaded several videos earlier today, and there's just people are that were out doing their last minute shopping, and even the DW and Abby have gone
Yeah.
grocery hunting here at the last minute. The DW actually found something interesting vegan that she wants to try to make, which I'm delighted
Whoa.
about. I think that's delightful.
I bet you are. That's amazing.
This is amazing.
Hey,
Further proof that if we
um,
don't give up, that if, if we if we don't give up, that maybe, just maybe, we'll get more, family members and so forth. There's hope for Wink still. You never know.
yeah, yeah. There's hope for Wayne. Well, get healthier.
Uh-oh.
I am healthy. He says. He insists on it. Yeah, I've got basically. I have it's on and off. Yeah, hi Leanne, sweetheart. How are you doing? Snow, yours is but right. My internet is really weak here. I'm dangling off a 1 bar 4G signal off my iPad because we have no Wi-Fi here. So we might dip in and out. Hopefully the recording, if it ever uploads, will sort it out. Error making local recording, that's fine. It never seems to manage that anyway. Leanne saying hi to you, Jack.
Hi,
And so is
Leanne.
Chris.
So one
It
suggestion.
is 2 minutes from Christmas Day here. Oh, it keeps stopping the broadcast.
I
And then I think it knocks it. Yeah, it keeps, and then it says I'm not on. Come on, and then they will come back again
You
when it's
might
buffered on.
you might try voice only and see if that works better. Yeah, Sue's channel is
Let's
buffering.
see.
I think Sue's going to have trouble because she's got really limited bandwidth. So
Yeah.
one suggestion I had was that we might just go voice only with Sue. That will allow her to continue to participate in the discussion. Otherwise, she's just gonna buffer. So we'll see how we're doing. So well, Merry
I don't know.
Christmas to those of you who are on the other side of the Greenwich timeline, right? Isn't that Greenwich, England? Isn't that where the international date line is? Runs through Greenwich.
Yeah, it does. It goes right through the middle of our country. I'm going on and offline. Christmas Day!
Yay! Merry
Happy Christmas!
Christmas!
Happy Frank! Happy Christmas! Merry Christmas from the UK. It's Christmas Day. And the live feed went on just at that time.
That's
But I think
marvelous.
I'm probably buffering people. Let me know if you can see me.
We see
Merry
you.
Christmas, Jack.
Merry
No,
Christmas, Sue and
it says
Wink.
it won't load. It says it won't load. Oh.
Actually, you're grainy, but you're alive. I'll say that, at least over
Yeah,
here on my
well, that's
computer.
good. We'll have to hoop up. Do you think this will be better by the door, darling? Will you put my near the door?
Merry Christmas,
We have
Lynn.
all these techniques.
Merry.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm sorry that it's buffering. It's because I have one tiny bar of 4G, which
Mm-hmm.
my laptop is hanging off. Uh,
Tell Link to
it's
get a
on
coat
3
hanger
now.
and wire it up onto that iPad. That ought to fix it for you.
Just stand out up on the sand dune, Wink. That's the best signal.
Get him up on the roof with some kind of antenna.
Yeah. Bring it, walk around to get 4G. Hi, Eileen. It's the same for you. It's on 4G. Yay, Sika. Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, Merry Christmas
Judy's
in
buffering.
Ireland. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Deborah, hello, hello. And
They will be
so
having
a
a
lot of
great time there, that's
celebrations.
for sure.
Do you all celebrate with fireworks?
Sometimes, yeah. We used to do fireworks at midnight on Christmas Day.
How about New
But we haven't
Year's?
got any. Hi, Vicky. How are you doing?
Tinfoil, Karen, great idea. How about
So yeah, I've got 14.
New Year's Day? Do you do fireworks on New Year's Day
Yeah,
or New Year's Eve?
yeah, we have fireworks then as well. There are fireworks at various places. Various people get fireworks. We don't have any fireworks. We don't have any fireworks. Finian says Merry Christmas to all of you
Well,
in
thank you, Finian.
5 to 8 hours time. He's been checking the timelines, obviously. Are you all having lovely Christmas Eves? Dr. G, don't forget the aluminium foil.
Yeah, right.
That's from Snow.
Yep, yep.
That's
Karen Crow
secret Christmas.
recommended tinfoil, but I think we're talking about the same stuff here. The Reynolds wrap. I never know if a product that we use here is going to be under the same name. So we have Reynolds wrap, which has been around forever. Do you have Reynolds wrap, or is it under a different? Do you use a different aluminum foil brand or
I don't know what's it made of.
aluminum?
What's Reynolds wrap made of?
Aluminum or
Oh, we aluminum, or as we say, aluminium.
Yeah, but when you say aluminium, you throw an
Aluminium.
extra vowel in there. I've noticed that aluminium.
I know.
You might say
I know.
aluminum, but there's no extra I
I
in
know.
there.
But we say aluminium. I know. But do you know what? Because it's a hard word to spell. Whenever I want to spell it, I say it in the American way.
There you
Aluminum, and
There
then you
you
can
are.
spell it. Yeah, we have
Well,
tin foil or
that's what they say.
foil paper.
We're two people
Yeah,
separated by
that
a
is what they
common
say.
language, right? Isn't that what they say?
But we've been watching your movies for so many years that we know Fawcett and Hood and Trunk and Sidewalk and
Right.
Freeway, and we know when you're pissed, you're angry, and when we're pissed, we're drunk. We know all of that. Yeah, we know all that. So Snow White says hi to you, Finian. I know you don't know anyone, but she's lovely, and she's saying hi to you. So yeah, everyone says they're fine, and I have been practicing what I'm having for Christmas dinner tonight, which is just a whole heap of yummy vegetables and chestnuts and sprouts. I've had my first ever roasted sprouts, and I have to say, you guys are completely right. They're gorgeous. They're to die for. So I'm having a lot more of those, and I do have a fabulous picture of me with my sprout tree. It's a whole tree with a sprout top on the top. So I've got a photo, but of course I can't upload anything at the moment because it's being all pantaloons this end with the signal. But I will try to get some videos up for you. I might have to go and stand on the sand dunes tomorrow. Aluminium foil for bunny ears, and have Wink hold them up. I can't get you all to stay in. Excellent, Snow.
What time is it for you? Somebody just asked. I don't know if they're asking for me. For me, it is 6 o'clock, 6:06 Texas time, U.S. Central Time.
Yeah, and it is 5 minutes past midnight, so it is now officially Christmas Day in the UK. and in Ireland. Ah,
So Deborah
which is
asked,
fantastic.
here's a great question, and you can get in here as well, because Deborah's asking, she's saying she just finished Augmentin, which is amoxicillin with clavulanic acid. She said it upset her gut
Right?
so badly. Why does it do that? Well, the answer is because it actually is amoxicillin with what we physicians kind of laughingly call uh, a goodness gracious. Wow. We call it an antibiotic with a laxative, is the best way to put it, right? Because
Oh, right.
clavulanate will cause you to have diarrhea. And why does it do that? The reason we have clavulanic acid to amoxicillin is because it helps prevent certain bacteria from being resistant to the antibiotic. And so it does a number on your gut flora. Your normal healthy bacteria get wiped out by Augmentin, and oftentimes we recommend that people go get, guess what, Sue? Why don't you tell us what we recommend that people
I
use?
bet you recommend a really good probiotic that actually works all the way through the gut.
There you go. So a probiotic,
There you
or
go.
or live culture yogurt, or sweet acidophilus milk, right?
Yeah, but then of course that wouldn't be vegan, would it?
You know, it
The one
wouldn't.
I use is
It
vegan.
wouldn't. It would not. But your probiotics would be vegan. So a good probiotic, or
So yeah,
yes. And what I tell people to get a probiotic, I tell them to go to a good health food store if they're going to get something that comes right out of the cooler or out of the refrigerator, so you know it's fresh. That's what I
yeah,
usually recommend. I know you have a product, so you can plug that. But yeah, that's kind of what I recommend.
yeah. If
Oh,
anyone wants to know the one that I use, which is absolutely brilliant, unique, it's a prebiotic, a probiotic, and it has 14 digestive enzymes. It's absolutely amazing, patent pending and all of that. Ask me in the live comments and I will reply to you with a link. So that's what I will do. So yeah, it's a really good one, and mine is dried, so it's activated when you add kind of water, cold water to it. Yeah, Snow, Finian is still awake. He is a late night bird like me. And of course it's Christmas, so our little cabin is just one room, so we're all in one room together. So it definitely, my son wants to start one. Was that a probiotic, Snow? Is that what you mean? I must send you a link, actually. I'll send you a link on Messenger, sweetheart. So, anyone got any questions? Do you know what you're all cooking, what you're having for Christmas?
what a great
I'm
topic.
having some vegetables.
Yeah, what a great idea. I would love
You're
to hear
fasting, aren't you?
all of the holiday meals, because I know the DW it has been back and forth to the market several times today looking for certain items. She's going to make me something vegan tomorrow. Looking
Right.
looking for that. So somebody's chatting in a Merry Christmas wish to me. So,
Yeah, Christmas is
oh, okay,
Christmas to you as well.
okay,
Yeah, so I'm going to roast a whole load of vegetables with
really,
some parsley, some sesame seed oil, and some olive oil, sweet potatoes, a little bit of white potato, aubergines or eggplant as you call them. I've got courgette, parsnips and carrots, and of course sprouts, which I'm going to have in abundance. Um, and I'm going to video this. I don't know whether I'll be able to get it up here though, unless I stand on top of the dune. But I'm going to video some falafel kind of. They're not meatballs, obviously, but they're like these little chickpea, but made with chickpeas and fresh parsley and some herbs and some other bits and bobs. And I've got some soaking in a bowl behind me somewhere because I've actually bought the dried ones and I've been all organised and set them to soak overnight. So I'm going to make that tomorrow morning, and they sound really delicious. So that's what I'm going to have with all the roasted vegetables. And I have bought myself some vegan yogurts. I found some vegan creme caramels.
Ooh, that
I
sounds
love creme
good.
caramels. Yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
good.
So I've got those, and I've also found some vegan single cream. So I've got some strawberries and blueberries and raspberries and bananas and what other berries have I got? I think I might have bought some blackberries as well. So I've got lots of soft fruits that I can have with some cream, and I've got my coconut sugar, so I can push the boat out and be totally indulgent and stick with my healthy eating.
Excellent. That's wonderful.
So I'm very happy.
You're really taking the time to prepare something that sounds delicious. That really does sound good.
Yeah, I tried the vegetables tonight, and they were just absolutely gorgeous. They were just so delicious. I'm just like completely happy with what I'm going to have tomorrow. So,
Wonderful.
what are you doing? What are you having?
Well, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I do know the DW made some special purchases to make sure that there were plenty of vegan goodies for me tomorrow. And she's making some kind of dish that's going to be wonderful. I'm not sure what it is. Do you know?
It's vegan version of a meat thing.
Okay, so it's a meat substitute vegan thing, which no matter how it tastes is going to be fantastic. I can tell you now.
The vegan version is supposed to be better than the normal.
Okay, so it's going to be delicious. I can promise you that. I don't know what it is, and I don't care because I'm just honored that she's going to make me something vegan. I'm good with that.
Oh, that's brilliant. Abby, I loved your video today.
Oh, thank you.
She said thank you if you
It was
didn't
really
hear.
good. Did you read my comments, sweetheart?
And everyone's comments.
She read them all.
I woke up, I slept in.
Excellent. So get your dad to book you a ticket. You're coming over to sort my house out for me.
Don't worry, we're going to come to England and embarrass you.
Open invitation
We have a
society.
spring break if you want us in the spring or in the summer, so.
Excellent. Well, open invitation.
Oh,
Open
Leanne.
invitation. Oh, that's really lovely. Wink is going to have roast chicken. It's the smallest chicken I have ever seen. It's like only that big.
Really?
And Finion's got to have that with half a jar of red currant jelly because he doesn't really like roast dinners. So the only way he can stomach it is to just every mouthful with a great glob of red currant jelly, and some broccoli, which he probably won't eat, and some roast potatoes and Yorkshire puddings. And I will be doing, of course, lots of vegetables. So I shall be putting some on Wink's plate.
Leaving.
Yeah, he says he's going to leave the veg. He's so naughty. Hey, Bonnie, how you doing, darling? I will think of you both as I eat my traditional Christmas dinner with all the trimmings. Sorry, guys. That's okay. No apologies.
No
needed
problem
on this
there.
channel.
Whether you're eating vegan or vegetarian or working on it, we just want you to enjoy your day, however you want to enjoy it, and we're just here to support.
Yeah.
We're not here to criticize anyone for how they eat or what they eat. We just want to let you know that there is a different way, and if you want to choose a healthier way, we think we have it. If you don't agree, well, we respect your right to disagree, and we enjoy your company anyway. So
That's right.
Leanne
That's
is telling
right.
us about she's still trying to wean herself off of meat. It's going to be a New Year's resolution. And if she can quit smoking cold turkey, she can do this too. She says it's been 4 years since her last smoke. Well, congratulations, Leanne. That's awesome. But she did say they're having chicken and Brussels sprouts tonight and prime rib at her sister. Tomorrow at her sister's, it's prime rib. So enjoy. Right?
Just do enjoy that and have fun with it. And I think I can do live videos better than I can actually upload a video that I've made. So I'm going to do some live videos just after Boxing Day about goal setting, about New Year's resolutions, about how to implement some of the things that you want to do, because that's what I started to do last year. And I decided that 2018 was going to be the best year ever. I just felt that it was going to be, and I started introducing lots of new habits. And I introduced a new habit every single day. So by the end of January, I had 30 new habits, some of which stuck, some of which didn't. And it's quite interesting. But I have had the best year ever this year. Yeah, I'm going to go at it again for 2019. So I'm just going to do lots of stuff like that, which will help everyone kind of hone in on whatever their New Year's resolutions are, because it's the time of year when you kind of say, after Christmas, I'm going to make these changes. After Christmas, I'm going to make this, that, and the other change. So it's kind of time of year for that. So
for a lot of people, definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Later, it keeps wanting to install some updates. I think it might blow my internet.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be starting any updates right now. No. So you mentioned New Year's resolutions. I see no reason to make any significant health changes. This has been a great year for me. I'm enjoying the thinness and the healthiness that changing my diet and lifestyle has brought me. The only thing I am going to do, I kind of got invited to join in with a number of the members of my staff. They're actually going to do a cleanse, a detoxifying cleanse thing. It's a 3-day deal where you drink 4 bottles of different liquids every day for 3 days. And so I said, well, all right, I'll do that with you. I mean, it sounds interesting. I'm sure it won't hurt, so I'm going to do that. But outside of that, I don't have any New Year's resolutions that are health involved. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You're already doing such a good job. I just want to hone some more healthy habits and do a bit more exercise that I haven't been doing, and just some of the things like sometimes, I don't know, just a bit more focused on a few things, really. That's what I want to do. I want to be kind of doing more recipes, doing more, trying new foods and stuff like that. So I just want to kind of be a bit more disciplined, because I can be a bit all over the place. I've got a few ideas, things that I want to do. I absolutely have got to start my yoga, which I still haven't done. So that's definitely going to be one of them. Awesome Dr. G in the water.
Is that more about meditation for you, or is yoga more about physical flexibility and things like that? I'm not really that. I know some people use yoga for stress relief and other issues, and so I'm curious what it means to you.
I think for me, I feel overwhelmingly relaxed and kind of joyous afterwards. I don't know, I just feel this, I feel more in charge of my body, and I know it will shape me up and give me that kind of yoga body that I'm always going on about in my head but not doing anything about.
So multiple
that
things.
Kind of really leads, so flexibility, and I think it leads really on to kind of a bit of inner peace, because I'm quite a full-on person, like all the time, and I enjoy being like that.
So you get not only a physical but also a spiritual benefit from the yoga.
Yeah, just kind of more relaxed. I feel more together, more centered, more kind of, like if you take a few deep breaths, it's kind of like that, because you have to control your breathing when you do it. Also, I get pleasure from realizing that I can reach further around today than I could yesterday or whatever. So, I think that's really, I get a lot from it, and it's something I want to get more into, because I think then I would do more actually sitting still and having a few quiet moments. So yeah, it's something I want to do, and I think, well, next year I'd like to go to India for a month and actually learn to be a yoga instructor. So I want to get a lot more into it, because I think it'd be really good. It'll be a good journey for me personally, and it's something. It's one of my on my bucket list, if you like. One of the things I really want to do.
Oh, wow!
So, yeah.
That would be an interesting trip, I think, to go to India.
Take me with you.
That would really be. I think that sounds rather exotic, even to me, from from the Texan standpoint. I would like to ride some of the trains. You know, I've seen lots of videos about these old trains and their significance in India. And what's interesting to me is in some of the in some of the rural areas that they're still using the same trains that were left there when the British left, when your country left. It's interesting. They're still in some places using those same old locomotives. I guess they're steam or diesel or something. I'm not sure, but
I think they are. They are. I've always wanted to go to India, and when I went backpacking, I kind of didn't quite feel brave enough to go to India. So I went to Southeast Asia instead. So yeah, it's something that I really want to do, and it's kind of where I'm gonna. It's Rishikesh, and that's where yoga was born. Mm-hmm. It's the place that it kind of started. So I think it will be very interesting. I think it will be a very the school I want to go to has all vegan food prepared by a chef, which is all kind of geared for yoga as well. Sort of, for different foods do different things, don't they? So I think it will be a whole wonderful experience. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So I need to get my backside into gear with actually doing some yoga practice, because I haven't done any for a long time. So that's certainly going to be one for me. Hi Margie, how you doing?
I gotta tell you, there are more people on right now than I was expecting. I'm actually overjoyed. I didn't think we'd get very many because of the season and everything, but 8 or 9 or 10 is what we're getting. So over here, you probably have more, but you typically do. But that's okay.
Well, I've got 10. I've got my obligatory thumbs down. I have a 1 thumbs down on absolutely everything that I put up, which Rink and I find very amusing.
It can be,
which is really fun.
I've learned to ignore those thumbs downs. Those thumbs down, I get lots of them. I've had videos.
It's just like whatever we pass. Like, have we got our 1 thumbs down yet?
I mean,
it's only been up 5 minutes, and then they go, "Oh, we've got it now."
I've had videos with 25 million views, and when you have that many people watch something, you're going to get. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to get people that don't like it. I mean, anything, any kind of anything that you produce that you get that a lot of people looking at, you're always going to find somebody that doesn't like it for whatever reason. So it just comes with the territory.
I know. It does. I very rarely give anyone a thumbs down.
I don't.
Very rarely.
I just move on. I just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what's the point? I mean, I think that if somebody's going to watch something, they're going to watch it. I don't think anybody really makes a decision as to whether they're going to watch something, whether it's got a lot of thumbs up or thumbs down. I would think that in the good old days of YouTube, videos were ranked based on those, right? I think that, or number of views and things like that, and so it seemed to make a difference. But today it doesn't really do anything. I mean, the video is a video. If you're subscribed to the channel and you watch the videos, if somebody has a thumbs down on it, you're still probably going to watch it. I don't think I don't think people make the. Maybe you guys you see it differently than I do, but
No, absolutely, exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
No, I very rarely even look at the stats. Very rarely look at the stats, actually. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Sharon. I'm absolutely wonderful. We are 25 minutes into Christmas Day here, so it's all good, which is lovely. I'm sorry about all the buffering. It is because I don't have Wi-Fi at our beach house. I am hooked on. Hey, DW, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas Day here.
Wait, don't go. Wait, okay, so while she's still here before she leaves, tell us what you're making a vegan dish tomorrow. Will you tell us more about it? I'll get out of the way if I can figure out which way.
So tomorrow I'm going to make some vegan, well, obviously vegan. I'm going to use some chickpeas to make something that's probably going to be a bit like falafel, but it isn't falafel. They're kind of meatballs made with chickpeas and different herbs. In fact, I'm just going to see if I can actually find the recipe, which I've got here. Yum, yum. It has got chickpeas, flaxseed. It's got some breadcrumbs. I'm going to put some seeds in instead. Garlic powder, onion, parsley, marjoram, basil and black pepper. I'm coming to say hello. So I'm going to make those, and you kind of mix them up in the blender, and then you bake them in the oven, and they look really, really nice. And I'm going to have that with a whole load of roasted vegetables, and I'm going to roast them in sesame oil with some olive oil as well, and I'm going to put some parsley through them. And I practiced them tonight, and they were really delicious.
We're going to do vegetables too, but we're going to have, the main course is going to be vegan. We're going to do, it's a vegan Wellington. And it's full of mushrooms and walnuts, and I had to go find vegan pastry puff today. So I had to go to Whole Foods.
Oh, fantastic.
And I actually had to buy a bunch of things that I didn't have to make it, but anyway, it sort of looks like beef Wellington, but it's not. Oh, a beet. It has the beet to make, I guess, the red meat color.
Yeah. Oh, fabulous. I saw one of those, and I thought, that looks quite nice. So I thought, no, I don't have the ingredients for that. But yeah, I think that looks fantastic.
Quite a lot of prep, because I've got to smoke the tofu tonight, and I've got to dry. They didn't have dried mushrooms, so I'm actually have to dry them in the oven. Because it calls for 15 ounces of dried mushrooms.
Oh, that's a lot. I suppose that will draw all the juices and kind of flesh out as it cooks. Whereas if you put
we'll let you know tomorrow. It's like an hour prep to make this thing. So.
Wow.
But I figured he would enjoy it.
He is very appreciative. He's already said that he's very grateful and he's really excited. So that's lovely.
Very excited. I'm salivating thinking about it.
Because you're fasting.
But right now, dirt sounds good because I haven't eaten today.
Oh, yeah, all we've done is talk about food. We always do this, don't we?
We can.
Yeah, we always do. I haven't been fasting today, as you've realised, because I've already eaten a load of vegetables. So the reason I'm buffering everyone is because I don't have a good signal. Many apologies for that, and I hope the replay will be okay. But we seem to still be hooked on, which I'm absolutely flabbergasted at.
That's
hey,
rather
Bebby,
amazing.
Merry Christmas to you. It's in New Zealand. You're well into Christmas Day by now, aren't you? Which is fantastic. I'm going to be trying to Skype my sister after this because it's my little nephew. It's the first Christmas that he actually knows what's going on. He's 2.5, so. They've been shouting up the chimney for Father Christmas and all that sort of thing last night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Snow says the DW is being really nice, and that's so great. Cook you a nice dinner on Christmas Day.
Well, and for everyone, we've got the whole family coming in. So I think making something that's that we can all enjoy is really going to be great. As opposed to cooking two separate meals, right? So that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Our boys are going to be sort of in shock that we're not having prime rib.
Yeah, so
our ribeye roast.
My two oldest will be here, so that's kind of exciting. And but yeah, they'll probably be surprised at what's being made, right? Yeah, I think so.
Ribeye roast is the standard.
Yeah.
I think they'll just find it delicious because we're very focused on meat being in every dish, but you can be pleasantly surprised, can't you, when you eat something and there's no need for meat. You're completely full and it's really tasty and everything. So, and it'll be really healthy and nobody will be in a food coma afterwards. You'll all be full of energy afterwards, rather than that kind of everyone laid out on the sofa, trying to recover from eating.
Oh, and Whole
But
Foods.
it would be
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Whole Foods had a vegan pumpkin
Nope.
pie too, so I grabbed that for him.
Look at his face.
He doesn't look too thrilled, actually.
Your eyes literally are bigger than your belly now.
I thought I was
I'm not.
restoring.
I'm trying not to focus on food too much right now. Saving it all for tomorrow. I'll be excited then when I get a. I haven't had any pie at all since February. That's for sure. So, getting a chance to try a little vegan pie, pumpkin pie is my favorite. So, yeah,
That will be brilliant.
it
I
will be
found a
exciting.
recipe actually for that. And I'm going to try and make one tomorrow or the next day. So I've got the pumpkin that we had Wink's face on, which I'm going to eat now. I've finally removed the glasses from it. So, yeah, he's like, oh, I can't believe you've done that. And I'm like, well, you know, it's for eating. It's just going to go rotten otherwise.
Are you in my head?
Darling, you're eating my head. The link for the mugs I've just put up there, Margie. People are already ordering the mugs. That's great. That is the same place that you can get Meta 7 if you're in the UK or Europe. It's the same website. So I put that up there for you, darling. Quiet Christmas here for Bebe. It's actually grey and raining instead of the normal 28 odd degrees Celsius. It's meant to be summer. Oh. So New Zealand is not the heat, the hot house we're expecting it to be. It's frosty outside here at the moment.
How surprised.
We've never actually had frost here by the sea before. So we're just like, oh, that's a bit new. So I've had to move all my veg a bit closer into the house so they don't all freeze. It won't be very good if all my soft veg freeze. They'll all be mush tomorrow. I think they'll be fine. You're welcome, Marge. Dr. G is going to be so full tomorrow. Yes, he will be absolutely full of delicious food. I think we all will be. I'm sure I'm going to overeat vegetables. I'm sure I am. I just feel it coming on. Okay, Margie, thanks, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart. Has anyone got any questions? Anything they want to ask? Any tips? Any information from us that you would like to ask while we are here? Let us know. So I'm going to be walking on the beach tomorrow as well. Hey, Scott, how you doing? How's it going in Michigan? We have got a whole load of baby seals on our beach here.
Do you really?
So we're going to go and... Yeah, they've got all their pups on the beach. And there's about... did you say about 5? I thought there were a few hundred, but there are thousands of them
Wow.
on the beach, literally. So, yeah. So we can't go on the beach with them because if you go too close to them, the parents just go into the sea and they leave their pups on the beach and they die.
Oh, that's
Because
sad.
they can't... Is it because they can't... They get cold? They're not waterproof. So why do they die then if the mums leave them?
They
They
starve.
follow the mum into the water.
Oh, yeah, they'll
Right.
starve too, right?
Right.
We don't want
Yeah,
that.
so the mums only produce milk for 21 days, so they have to stay on the beach with the pups. If the mums go into the sea to run away, the pups follow them in and they're not waterproof, so they die.
So they
So
have to
nobody's
wait.
allowed on the beach. And
So the oils, the oils that keep them, from or make them buoyant. Is that what it is? Does the oil trap air under in the fur or something? Yeah, that's interesting to me. I'm not. This is news.
I don't know. I might have to Google that actually and give you an update when we go and video them. I think they must get really cold if they haven't got the oils to protect them because it's pretty cold.
I would think so.
I don't know. Yeah.
Huh.
But it's really important not to startle them. So that we can go and watch them from up on the dunes. And we have another bit of the beach where terns are starting to nest the last 3 years. So they've roped off a whole section of the beach that nobody's allowed to go on because they're really rare birds. So, of course, all the twitchers, as they're called here, that absolutely, come down in their droves to watch them.
So we have something
So
similar.
that's really good.
We have something similar to that here with the sea turtles. We have a lot of the sea turtle nesting grounds that are all sanctioned off. There's no people are allowed. It's totally monitored and protected, and because the sea turtles are endangered. And so we love the sea turtles, and we actually have there are signs up and down the Galveston beach and the seawall. If you see a sea turtle that wanders up where it's not supposed to be, you call a number, and they've got sea turtle rescue crews that come out and they remove them and they take them to the safe areas so that if they lay eggs, the baby turtles will return there instead of coming back to unsafe areas where they're going to encounter people. So yeah, but I'm fascinated by the baby seals. Do you have sharks?
I think we do, because the video that I was trying to put up, I was walking on the beach, and there is unfortunately a dead seal on the beach, which I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like something with a bite about like that.
Yeah.
Just taken a bite out of it here, because its head doesn't appear to be attached. Although you can't really see that because it's kind of buried, but there's definitely kind of a big bite mark like that on it. So it's definitely a shark, isn't it? Wait. The seal. It's definitely a shark. Yeah, it looks like it. It's not being hit by a boat.
Yeah.
The boats don't come in or anyway.
And
So,
we're in the ship channel here. I've seen a couple of, actually 2 different occasions, a juvenile dolphin washed up, and I've never seen anything that looked like it had been hit by anything, but you wonder why they died. Maybe it's just, who knows, nature. I mean, who knows what can happen.
I mean, I think, did Wink show you a picture of something and you said that looks like a shark? Was it you? Is it Jack you showed that picture to?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. When they get hit by a prop of a boat, they just get kind of shredded and mangled.
Right.
This had a bite out. This had a chunk of it. And it must have been quite recent, actually, because it wasn't stiff or anything. It's pretty fresh. So we're hoping a high tide will kind of take it out and give it back to all the fish rather than have it on the beach. But, yeah, that was sad to see. But, it's not every day you see that, of course. Resume, I think I froze it.
That's a part of it. We see these nature videos and all that, but if they really show the real stuff, there's a lot of distasteful part of it. You don't want to see cute little fuzzy little baby mammals eaten by crocodiles and things like that, but yet that is part of it. And you don't want to see baby seals eaten by sharks, but it happens, and it's just awful. It's and stuff that happens at zoos and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, when we went to Africa, we went to watch the wildebeest cross the river, which is a whole kind of, we waited for 6.25 hours and they didn't cross that day.
Oh, dear.
So that's the one we didn't see. But the zebras kind of, they're smarter than the wildebeest, and they pretend to go across, like full start, and then once one wildebeest go, thousands go, and the zebras get in with the wildebeest because it's the outside ones and the first few that cross.
Right.
The waiting crocs and lions the lions are literally. I wanted to go to the loo, and the guy said, "Shall I go?" I said, "Shall I go around there?" And he went, "No. Come here with me. We go in the truck." And we drove about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet, and there was a giant lion just laying in the bush that I would have walked straight past.
Oh, wow.
And he's just waiting, like all of us were, for the first thing to go across. And when you do have a look at the river's edge, there's just loads of wildebeest, and they're all just upside down, all puffed up. You know, there's so many of them die, but not in comparison to how many millions cross. But yes, it's a very sobering thought that, you know, they're very brave, these creatures, to do that.
Now, here's a message.
Absolutely. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Carol. Here's
Hi,
a message
Beverly.
from Karen regarding, she says seal lion pups. Now, I don't know if that's the same as what your baby seals, but she says seal lion pups takes 4 weeks for their waterproof coat to come in. I don't know if that's the same as what you have there.
Yeah. I bet. Yeah, they are sea lions, aren't they? Are they sea lions or seals? Wait, they're not sea lions, are they? They're seals, so they're not sea lions. I reckon that's what it is, because they're white. They're kind of all white, and they're different from the adults. So I guess, yeah, they have a different kind of coat. And hello, and we watched Jaws. We thought Finian ought to see the classic film Jaws tonight.
I think
So
everyone should.
watched that
I think
before we
everyone
came.
should see that movie once at least. It's
know.
it's a
I know.
cultural rite of passage, because I mean, I remember that movie the first time I saw it. I really didn't even want to get in the bathtub after that. It was it was. But today people watch it for the first time, and it's not scary, but to us it was so frightening because we never really experienced the use of sound as a subliminal, you know, the way they use that dun dun dun, you know, and it worked on you. It's such low intonation that you didn't even realize it was scaring you. And worked on you in a way. Of course, now with all the graphics and everything they do now with movies, it just, you know, it's got to be, you know, crazy scary to frighten people. But, you know, that movie was really so unique and so frightening. So I think it's kind of a rite of passage almost for any English-speaking nation, and maybe others. I don't know.
It's an amazing film. Despite the fact, I think I was 9 or 10 when it came out, and I remember us all going to the cinema to see it. And of course, there is that shot in the boat. 76. We were 12. I remember being younger than that, but anyway, we went along, and of course, everybody was just, the whole cinema just leapt up and shrieked when the head in the boat. Of course, we didn't tell Finian about that because obviously it would spoil the surprise. He didn't like that bit very much, but yeah, no, it was a really good film, and Robert Shaw, who plays the crazy boatman, he lives in the village where he lived in the village just next to us, and a few hundred yards from a pub that my parents used to drink at, in a house that's a windmill, and he sadly died a couple of years after making that film. But so he was kind of a local that we knew who was in it as well, which made it a bit more fun. But yeah, so we watched that, and I think it's American Werewolf in London is the one we're going to watch tomorrow.
Oh, yes. What a great one. That's a great one. So the DW just texted me over a picture real quick of what she's making. So, Sue, if you can't see it, but it looks pretty good. Vegan Wellington. Doesn't that look fabulous for those of you who can see it? You can see it. You've got the other device. I'll leave it up for you so you can see it. Really looks good. So it's a vegan pastry she put on there. It looks good. Did you see it? I'm gonna take it down.
No, I can't see it. I'll have a look on your feed.
I'll leave it up.
This is my sprout tree. Hang on. Look, how amazing is that?
Oh wow, that's a sprout tree.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how they grow. Hang on, I've got to resume again. Resume. Yeah, that's a sprout tree. That's how they grow. And that was cut from the field about 20 minutes before I bought it. That's how fresh it is. And that bit at the top here,
is that what you
that's
eat?
the sprout top.
Okay. What kind of sprout is that?
They're Brussels sprouts.
That's a
That's
Brussels.
how they grow.
Really? And so
Yeah.
you only eat
That's
the
how
top?
they grow. These are the. See the bubbles on it?
Yeah.
Where is it? I don't know. It's hard to do. So these are the sprout. Hang on. Darling, would you get my sprout tree from outside the door for me, please? Darling, please. Darling, please. Darling, darling. She's watching Sunny Credit. Right, I'm going to go and get it. Excuse me for 2 ticks. Darling, you always get it.
I don't know that I can carry the show without you, Sue. I'll just sit here and dream of this vegan Wellington. Yeah, there's my bread, Chrissy. You're right. And there has not been any bread of significance. Abby got some little some wheat buns to go with her vegan burger. So that's the only bread in the house right now. I think I had one of those little sandwiches. Okay, I want to see this. I'm ready.
Right, so this is a sprout tree. This is the stalk, the thick stalk that it grows in the field. You can see how fresh that cut is.
Yes.
And these are the sprouts. So when you get them in the shop, hang on, let me just try and get one off. So you buy them and they're like that.
Okay. Okay.
So they actually grow on fibrous stalk all the way up. Hang on, my internet's gone again. Resume. And right at the top, there's like a tiny little, this is like a giant sprout, if you like.
Wow.
You see how all the sprouts in there? See? Can you see?
I can.
All the way up this, they will have leaves like this that he's snapped off. So the sprout is just underneath there. So right at the very top,
Uh-huh.
really hard to see because I can't do the whole left and right thing. It's like learning to shave in a mirror.
Right.
See how little they are?
Yes.
So I'm going to cut this off, probably here, and then I'm just going to steam it, and this whole thing is going to be just delicious.
Okay, so you
Because
trim
you
off,
can
you
eat
trim
all
all
of
the
it.
sprouts, those Brussels sprouts off of it, and you eat those. You're not eating the top part up there.
Yeah, this top part is called a sprout top, and they've started selling them in the shops here. In the green grocers, they'll cut this off, and then they'll sell these.
Uh-huh.
This is a sprout tree
It's
because they
beautiful.
stay a lot fresher than when they're pulled off.
Right. I'd like to see that in my
So
supermarkets.
we get a bag like this.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, and they just come off really easily.
Do you have to
But they
keep that
stay
in
fresh
water or
outside
something?
for
Do you have to keep it in water, or do you just put it in the
No.
fridge and that's it, or what? How do you keep that?
Well, I keep them outside my back door,
Well,
out of the
okay.
reach of the pigs.
It's
So
cold there.
That's how they grow. So they'll grow like that
Okay.
in the field, but they'll have a lot more leaves to the side. But this one came off the field this afternoon
That's
because
beautiful.
they ran out, and people kept coming to ask for them, and she was saying, "Oh, please, just go out and cut a few more down because people keep asking, and they've sold out." So she said, "Oh, you just cut those down about 15 minutes ago," and I arrived, and I said, "Oh, we came specially here for the sprouts."
Wow, I would never have guessed
wasn't
that
gonna
would
get them
grow
from-
in the cold weather. I didn't realize that was a cold weather vegetable.
It is. In fact, they taste better after the first frost has got them. That's what the old wives' tale is. But this, all brassicas, so like broccoli, cabbage, sprouts, all of those sorts of things, they can literally be buried under 2 feet of snow and be completely frozen solid, like a cabbage, it's like an ice ball. And it'll thaw out and it won't damage any of the structure of the plant. They will
Wow.
actually grow.
That is amazing. Know that.
They'll take a snowfall.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Of course, if you try to pick anything, you can't dig potatoes out. You can't dig any of those sort of things out. It's literally like if you put it in the freezer, you can't even chop a cabbage and you think, oh, they're all ruined. That's the first year I grew them. We had some snow, and I just thought, oh, they're all ruined, and they weren't at all. But sprouts are supposed to be better after a frost, and we have certainly had our first frost.
Wow, amazing.
So yeah,
Amazing.
I've never seen such a big sprout tree. They normally trim them a bit.
I had no idea that that's what they looked like. I just never really paid any attention to it, to be quite honest with you. Now that, now being a vegan, I'm more interested in all this. But before, it was just a green thing on the plate. I didn't really care. I admit that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how they grow. And this is just the most delicious sprout-flavored, yummy, soft, because it's like a giant sprout. The middle one is quite big. It's like a giant sprout on the top. But if you kept growing this, eventually these little ones would get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it would keep going, and then it would turn into a flower at the top, and then it would be gone. But,
Wow.
Yeah, and all of them would all of the sprouts would start to open out like that.
Huh.
I've even got some called kaleets, which are they look a bit like sprouts, but they're like little baby kale plants, because they kind of grow out. A bag of those as well.
Wow.
And it's like a tiny cabbage, which I can show you those if you. Do you want to see those?
Yes.
Would you like to see some kale?
We would like to see your
I'm
kalets.
getting kale. I'll get the Romanesque as well.
Why are you pushing me in front of the camera?
So you can
I don't have my beer.
There he is.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Wink. Nice to see you.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go. Thank you, Finian. As everyone say. Yeah, that takes Susan to the vegetable shop today, and she bought enough. I was like, there is only you eating them, I hope you realise.
The battle
Well,
the battle continues, doesn't it?
Well, it's not a bad. I like this.
Certainly not a close one.
This is like an alien plant. There we go.
It does look a little odd.
Can you
I'll
see
admit
that?
that. Oh, look at that.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's called a Romanesque.
Romanesque, huh?
Yeah, it's all pointy.
Yeah. But if you look at it, I can get it. If you can see the structure of it, they're fractals. They're each perfect examples of each other.
How is
And
that?
it's all pointy.
How pretty.
It's like a funny cauliflower. Absolutely delicious.
Hold it. I just got a thumbs
Yeah,
down. I got a thumbs down.
You got a thumbs down.
Yes,
Someone
I
asked if
got
I was
one.
drinking gin earlier. No, I was drinking rum earlier.
See, you can see a little bit more of it there. But it's absolutely delicious.
I
Yeah,
imagine.
So
even I quite.
It really looks
See the
fresh.
structure of it. It's just stunning. It is. They grow that in just round the corner, and these are the kaleets. Hang on. Why can't I do it in front of the camera? It's really funny. They're like tiny little kale plants, like babies.
Do they taste like kale?
Can you see? Yeah, they do, but they're kind of sweeter because they're like the baby, like the heart of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got some of those to put in. So yeah, I've got those as well. So yeah, I've got loads of
All the comments have gone. Why is that? Oh,
because they go when everyone slips off. So yeah, so I'm very excited about my vegetable stack.
I
have
just
Christmas?
have
Oh, yeah, it's Christmas time.
I've just been reminded by the DW that I have to go. We're going to a 7 o'clock Christmas service, and we have to leave now. So because we're 2 minutes away, so I have 3 minutes extra, but I have to go. What a great time we've had tonight. I thank you all so much. I'm gonna have to say goodbye. But I've really enjoyed it, and thanks to everybody that's jumped in and left us great comments and shared their stories today, and all our great wonderful dishes that we're going to be enjoying tonight and tomorrow. And you guys, please continue without me and keep up the discussion. I'm gonna go, but I love you all, And
Okay, Steve.
Merry Christmas Eve, and
Jack.
Happy holidays to everyone. And we'll be on
Yeah.
again soon. And I'll let y'all
Yeah,
know how
we
that
will. Have a
vegan
fabulous
Wellington goes.
time.
I'll let you know about the vegan Wellington. Okay.
We want pictures.
Okay, you'll get them.
Pictures,
I promise.
definitely.
I promise pictures
Lots
and
of
probably some
love.
video tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Yeah, me too. Okay.